Hello, my name is Willsmore. I've been growing tuberous begonias for 53 years and breeding them for the last 30 or 40 years. I've decided to make this video to help you who may be just starting to grow these plants, to grow them to their perfection. Most people have seen big tuberous begonias in glass houses and conservatories and assume that this is the only place they'll grow, and they never grow them because they have not got a glass house. This is far from the truth. In fact, if you've got a small glass house, it's very difficult in the heat wave conditions to keep the plants cool enough to stop them from burning and damaging. You need some pretty good shade and excellent ventilation to keep the structure cool. They can be grown to perfection in a shade house. If you're growing them in a salon shade cloth, I would suggest that you place them so that they get extra shade in the afternoon, or full shade in the afternoon if you're in a very warm area. You can also grow them on a veranda. They can be grown very well in a veranda that faces east or south, especially on the south, but because on the south you can adjust their position so that they have ideal conditions. You can grow them on a northern veranda or a western veranda, so long as they're not subject to too much north winds. And I would suggest on these two directions that you place them so that they get a bit of extra shade from some other plants. They can be grown outside in an area protected from wind. This can work quite well. On two or three occasions I've grown them outside. Once was in Telangi in Victoria at the height of 2,000 feet. I grew begonias there under the shade of trees, and they finished up being plants and with flowers as nice as I've ever seen. In fact, they would even go into the Ballarat Conservatory and look quite well, quite happy with the competition there. On another couple of other occasions I grew them here in South Australia, where they were subject to full sun until midday. The plants grew quite well. They are a little bit shorter and sturdier. The leaves are thicker and tougher, and they make quite nice flowers about 6 inches across. The main thing, wherever you're growing them, is that in the shade house, veranda or outside, is that if they get a little bit of full sun early in the morning, they become thicker, leaves become thicker and tougher, and the whole plant will withstand heat wave conditions a lot better. Now we'll go on to, we've considered where to grow, we'll go on with how to grow.